At first glance, it appears silent and lifeless, a rust-colored world suspended in the cold darkness between planets. Its deserts stretch across thousands of kilometers. Towering volcanoes stand frozen in time. Valleys carved by vanished rivers wind across the surface like scars from a forgotten era. Dust storms rise high enough to engulf the entire planet, cloaking it in a global haze for months at a time. This is Mars, a world that may hold the fossilized memory of a solar system that once looked very different from the one we know today. Today, Mars is cold, dry, and hostile to life as we understand it. The average surface temperature hovers around -60 degrees Celsius. Its atmosphere is thin, less than 1% the pressure of Earth's. Liquid water cannot remain stable on the surface for long. Radiation from space bombards the ground almost unimpeded. Yet Mars was not always this way. Billions of years ago, Mars may have been one of the most Earth-like environments in the inner solar system. Evidence etched into its surface suggests that vast rivers once flowed across its plains. Lakes filled enormous impact basins. Possibly even shallow oceans once occupied the northern hemisphere. The story of Mars is not simply one of desolation. It is a story of transformation, a planetary evolution that turned a once dynamic world into a silent desert. And in many ways, Mars preserves a record of processes that shaped every rocky planet, including Earth. The red color that defines Mars comes from iron oxide, rust, coating much of the planet's surface. Over immense spans of time, chemical reactions between iron-rich minerals and oxygen produce the dusty red regolith that now blankets the world. But beneath this oxidized surface lies an ancient geological landscape. Mars hosts the largest volcano in the entire solar system, Olympus Mons. Rising roughly 22 kilometers above the surrounding plains, Olympus Mons dwarfs any mountain found on Earth. Its base spans nearly 600 kilometers, roughly the size of an entire country. It formed through repeated eruptions over millions of years when magma rose through the Martian crust and built an immense shield volcano layer by layer. Nearby lies an even more dramatic feature. Stretching over 4,000 kilometers across the equator is Valles Marineris, a canyon system so vast it would span the entire continental United States. In places, its cliffs plunge 7 kilometers deep, nearly 5 times deeper than the Grand Canyon on Earth. These colossal geological structures reveal a world that was once geologically active on a scale difficult to imagine. But the most intriguing evidence lies not in mountains or valleys, but in water. Across the Martian surface, orbital spacecraft have identified networks of dried river channels, delta formations, and sedimentary layers that strongly resemble those created by flowing water on Earth. Impact craters contain mineral deposits that form only in the presence of liquid water. One of the clearest examples lies inside Jezero crater, where a massive river delta once emptied into an ancient lake. Today, that site is explored by Perseverance rover, part of an ongoing effort by NASA to search for signs of ancient microbial life. The logic is simple. On Earth, wherever there's liquid water, life tends to emerge. If Mars once hosted stable lakes and rivers for millions of years, it may have provided the environmental conditions necessary for primitive life to develop. But if Mars once possessed flowing water and a thicker atmosphere, a profound question emerges. What happened to it? The answer lies partly in the invisible shield that protects Earth from the harsh environment of space, a global magnetic field. Earth generates its magnetic field through motion in its molten iron core, a process known as the geodynamo. This magnetic field extends outward into space, forming a protective bubble called the magnetosphere. The magnetosphere deflects charged particles streaming from the sun, known as the solar wind. Without it, those energetic particles would gradually strip away the atmosphere. Mars once had a magnetic field as well. Ancient rocks show evidence of magnetization created billions of years ago. But at some point early in its history, the Martian dynamo shut down. Without magnetic protection, the solar wind began eroding the atmosphere atom by atom. Over hundreds of millions of years, the dense, warm atmosphere that once supported liquid water thinned dramatically. As atmospheric pressure dropped, water on the surface began to evaporate or freeze. Some escaped into space. Some became trapped as ice beneath the soil or within the polar caps. Gradually, Mars transformed from a potentially habitable world into the cold desert we see today. Orbiting spacecraft such as MAVEN have directly measured this atmospheric loss, confirming that solar wind continues to strip particles from the upper atmosphere even today. Mars also bears the scars of countless impacts. Because it lacks both a thick atmosphere and active plate tectonics, impact craters remain preserved for billions of years. The surface therefore acts as a historical archive of collisions that occurred throughout the solar system's early history. One of the largest of these scars is the immense Hellas Planitia, an impact basin over 2,000 kilometers wide and several kilometers deep. Events like these were common during a violent era known as the Late Heavy Bombardment, when leftover debris from planet formation rained down on the inner solar system. Mars preserves these records far better than Earth, whose surface is constantly reshaped by erosion, tectonics, and biological activity. In that sense, Mars truly is a graveyard. Not only a graveyard of ancient rivers and lost oceans, but also a graveyard of geological history that Earth itself has long since erased. Yet Mars is not completely inactive. Every year, massive dust storms sweep across its plains. Sometimes they merge into planet-wide storms capable of obscuring the entire surface from orbit. Winds sculpt dunes and redistribute the fine red dust that blankets the planet. Beneath the surface, vast deposits of frozen water remain locked within the soil and polar ice caps. If melted, these reservoirs could theoretically cover the entire planet in a shallow global ocean. For future explorers, Mars may represent more than a scientific curiosity. It may become the first world humans attempt to inhabit beyond Earth. Space agencies and private companies have proposed missions that would send astronauts across the millions of kilometers separating the two planets. Human footprints may one day join the robotic tracks already etched into the Martian dust. Rovers such as Curiosity rover and Perseverance rover have already demonstrated that sophisticated exploration is possible in this harsh environment. They drill into rocks, analyze chemical signatures, and search for biosignatures, molecular traces that might indicate ancient life. If even microscopic fossils were discovered on Mars, it would transform our understanding of biology in the universe. Life would no longer be known from only a single world. Instead, it would appear that the emergence of life may be a natural outcome wherever conditions allow. Mars, therefore, stands at the intersection of two profound questions. First, how do planets evolve from habitable environments into barren landscapes? Second, is life a rare cosmic accident or a common feature of the universe? In the silent deserts of Mars, both answers may be waiting. From orbit, the planet appears quiet and still, but its surface tells a dramatic story of transformation, of rivers that vanished, atmospheres that escaped, and climates that shifted across billions of years. Mars is not merely a dead world. It is a planetary memory, a preserved record of what can happen when a world loses the delicate balance that allows water, atmosphere, and energy to coexist. And in studying that record, scientists gain insight not only into Mars' past, but into the fragile conditions that sustain life on Earth. The red planet stands as both a warning and an invitation. A warning of how easily a habitable world can change. and an invitation to explore, understand, and perhaps one day return life to a planet that once may have hosted it long ago.